Welcome back to Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, where we are currently still stuck in the future. We have, at the moment, we've made peace with Grovyle. I kind of trust him. At this point, I think he's telling the truth. But we're going to go and try and get back to the past with him, so we need to find Celebi. And I think we're all ready to rumble. I'm not going to bother checking storage, because we have too many reviver seeds still. Let's go then. We'll find Celebi, return to the past. Will you keep stealing time gears? Yes. Otherwise the planet's paralysis can't be stopped. Again, Sam's still not convinced. If I find out you really were stealing those time gears, and if he's wrong, he's going to stop you. So at the moment, Grovyle, before... Actually, let's focus on this. I feel it. Sensing something strange. And it's going to be the same sensation we felt at Fogbound Lake and Quicksand Desert. Flashback. It's always quite nice seeing this flashback because it's... At the moment, we're in a dark world. But we're seeing the flashback to... I mean, it's one of the few you see of the light world while you're in the dark world. It does a very good job of cutting you off completely, this game. But we get the sensation we've been here before. And there's a Sableye watching. Which the characters don't know, but I think the player at this point realises we're walking into a trap right now. Here we go, Dusk Forest. This is one of... Oh dear. Ouch. This is one of the few themes in the future that still retains a little bit of positivity. All of the others are very dark. Can we move again? Slash, okay. I think all of my moves are better than that, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, every other theme in the future is just very dark and kind of end of the world-ish. This one's the only kind of vaguely chirpy one. And we get Grovyle on the team for the first time, and you can see straight away he's a bit of a tank, level 46, compared to our level 30s-ish. Be careful with that Psy wave. Barely takes any damage. So I think, I mean, I can probably do this all by memory. I don't even need to check his moves. I think Grovyle's got Leaf Blade, Dig, Quick Attack, and... I can't remember the fourth one. I didn't even notice that Mischievous. Smagiasi. And Absorb, there you go. In an ideal world he'd have Energy Ball, but... Oh what? I can't remember how many floors this place has. I'm pretty sure this is a two-parted dungeon. I want to speak to Grovyle at this point and see what he says. Just hurry. Yeah, I think that might be his only line, although watch out for Delete, but in general he's a very impatient character. He gets on with the job. Nothing too difficult in this dungeon as of yet. Thinking about the theme actually, see it is chirpy. I'm wondering if this is indicative of you now being teamed up with Grovyle. So as soon as you team up with him, the dungeon theme has become less dark in general. Maybe that's something that was intentionally done, I don't know. Walked right into that one. I think there was an IQ move that Cyndaquil learns, the non-sleeper one. I can't remember. Insomnia. Obviously I do not have that yet. How many turns is this going to last? I don't know if it's like a thing that Pokemon never use good moves once they put you asleep, because it tends to be just like 4 or 5 turns of normal attacks. I don't know if that's just coincidence or they intentionally... Oh dear, right. There's no way around this really, other than just to keep walking, I don't think. So we go at Crossroads as well. But I think we just have to keep walking and have Growlithe at the back deal with it. If he uses a good move. Oh, he's cringing now. Oh god. Use Leaf Blade, man! Alright, I'll give him one more chance. There you go. Oh god. Didn't expect it to be Growlithe, the one that was coming close to being beat. There we go, halfway. Dusk Forest Heights. Get the future theme again. Is this where Celebi's supposed to be? Yes. She's not coming out. What if she's been captured? How insulting. And there she is, a pink Celebi. So, I don't think I expected this the first time I played it. Obviously, having played Pokemon before, I knew what Celebi looked like, but I don't think I was expecting a shiny. But I don't know if that's just kind of, in a simplistic way, they're just playing with genders here, because they made Celebi a female and then thought, oh, we'll just make him pink then. But yeah, do like the shiny Celebi. Sam just continuing to insult Celebi. Robot once again, just straight to business. Living in this dark and dreary world is so depressing. So, Celebi very much on the same team as Growlithe, very much same opinion. They hate this world of the future, they want to fix it. Devote my whole life to achieve that end. That becomes very much a significant line of dialogue. I'm not going to spoil yet, but I think there's a flashback to that exact bit of dialogue later in the game. It's ready, it's nearby. The plateau just above this forest. Friend. Again, a significant line of dialogue that's not explained in this scene. That can't be. No, it's nothing. So they'll be keeping it to herself for now, but she's seen something noteworthy about the main player. So what's the passage of time? Span many generations. That's interesting. I don't think it's ever explained just how far into the future we're in currently. Because I've never actually thought about it until now. I presumed it was only like, you know, a few, like maybe 30 years, like one generation, but maybe it's hundreds of years. Like Celebi said, it spans multiple generations, so I've got no idea, and I don't think that's ever explained. Got the second half of the Dusk Forest theme now. As soon as we're ready, let's just chat to everyone while we're here. We get some quite interesting dialogue here. Growlithe once again, just man on a mission. And Celebi, very much the chattier type. They're always really impatient and hasty. Which will make me happier if I did. To spend as much time as I can with him. Aww. So yeah, very clear that Celebi's got a crush on Growlithe. I don't remember if there's any more lines of dialogue that go into that. Maybe in the special episode, I can't quite remember. But I don't think we need anything else, so let's get straight into it. Ready to roll. Let's do it, straight in. So I think this might be the only dungeon in the story where you've got 4 actual story characters. I can't think of any others. Quite interesting dialogue from Celebi. So I think, again, Celebi adds to the convincing that... forgot I had that. Celebi adds to the kind of convincing that these two are good guys. Celebi only... Ancient power, come on. Celebi only speaks of the world of darkness and hating it, and clearly wanting to fix it. Whereas Grovar, I think it's kind of done quite well, Grovar's character, in that it was easy to jump to the conclusion that he was the bad guy. Because he's so impatient and just wants to get the job done, doesn't stop to explain anything to anyone that might stand in his way. He just takes him out and moves on with the job. So, it's quite understandable how he was painted as such a bad guy, and everyone believed that. TM's still rubbish. I'm still happy we've got water pipes, to be honest. Still no flamethrower yet, or ice bin. Nearly a full bag of reviver seeds now. Right, I need to time that. I think it's going to be one step away once I use this move. Yep. It's going to get an attack in here, which is unfortunate. Oh well, only normal attack. And then one die. Not quite. Happy with that. What level Celebi? I didn't actually look. 45, so pretty much the same as Grovar. But I think Celebi's not legendary, is she? She's mythical. I don't really know that well. Like, I never got into competitive Pokemon, so I don't really understand the differences between them stats-wise and all of that. But I think mythical are somewhere in between pseudo-legendaries and legendaries in terms of stats. Maybe. I think with every main Pokemon game, it's kind of easy to be better than every AI in the game. I think as soon as you start looking at competitiveness, you realise just how bad your Pokemon actually are. Because I don't know anything about EVs or IVs or anything like that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I paid the price, just think Rogue will do that. Yeah, that's a one bang. Easy one bang. Ooh, filthy damage. That's rather welcome. Actually, I only just noticed that Celebi on that page up there is gender neutral. I thought it was very much established that she was a female, but apparently not. I think that's the case with pretty much all legendaries or mythicals. All have no gender. Celebi saving us again. I can't be asked to position everyone so that I get through it easily, but that's fine. I can't remember how many floors this place has either. Right, I'm going to let them deal with this. Very nice. There's no boss at the end of this dungeon, so at least there's that. Might be it. I think there's probably a 10th, yep, and that might be it after that. It's triple speed, isn't it? Okay, nice and easy. Yeah, I've got to get better at anticipating those speed boosts. I need, if I'm really going to establish a good team, I need a Pokemon with agility. just 100% that's what you need, because I mean, you can, at the moment we're obviously getting 1 turn for every enemy's turn, but with agility you can just, I suppose you need a lot of max elixirs to maintain just using that constantly, but you can get like 4 movement turns for every 1 enemy turn with max agility. There's dig, but I don't really want that. Grovar's got it already. I'm not convinced either of us can even learn it. I hate this. I mean, it's more annoying in the first game, but I hate those weather things. I dealt with that much better in the later games. It just stops you from moving in this one, but not in the later ones, which is good. Change. Another level. Can't actually remember if Sam learns any good moves from now. So I mean, if we don't get Flamethrower as a TM, we eventually learn it, but I don't think Sam gets anything. Is that it? No, we're still going. I'm going to get quick attack range. Yeah, that looks like a good move. No, it's I thought it'd be a 3v1. I need to. Oh well. Ouch. Right, I think Sam's best to force him to use Water Gun as well, because Water Pulse now. Right, the other two going, that's fine. Let's go up here. Hate this Sandstorm. Just a hip out, isn't it? I think, like, when you're establishing a team, I think pretty much any Pokemon that's got a move that does weather is instantly you cannot have that on your team. Because it just gets so annoying. Unless you're all of a ground type when you've got Sandstorm, or Ice when you've got Hail. We'll let Grover do that. Just hope he uses D. No, it uses the weakest move he's got. There we go. That's what I thought. 350. But it's quadruple effective against Aggron. Just ground them still. Still. That's quadruple against Steelix as well, I think. Aggron's rock him still on the ground. And there's me with the 42 damage. Nothing compared to Grover or Celebi. Well, I think in my head that it's actually 15 claws. Right, have I got a max elixir? I want to be part of this fight. Nah. I'll be part of it anyway. Oh no, Celebi wants to go. Actually, just the right place for Vacuum Cup. Nice move. Bad move from Celebi. I forgot she was cross. My head Celebi's just psychic, but that's cross. Right, nice. Oh god. They're a good team, those two, even without us. I mean, we're the weak links in this part. Alright, we're through. Only 12 floors. There it is. Time gear thing. This now is possibly... I mean, I'll talk about a lot of iconic scenes, but this one is probably top 3 in the whole game, I think. This is where it all kicks off, and the truth gets revealed. Stop that, that'll do. Dusknoir. This might be the first time we've heard this theme, and this theme is very much a end of the world theme. It's all going to kick off now. It's all over now. There's the Sableye. So you can catch a Celebi as well. It was all a trap. everyone. Are you ready to fight? So if this fight was to occur, I think this is probably one we'd win, to be honest. Even at this level. That's not you and me now. And that's why the fight cannot happen. Dialga. What is that thing? And you can see just in the dialogue, no voice or anything, you can see he's given up. There's your bravado now. This is it for us. Grovol's given up. It's hopeless. Dusknoir as his own is one thing, but don't stand a chance against Dialga. And he's correct. We don't. Sorry to let you down. This is where it ends. I surrender. Do with me as you will. It's not even going to try fighting. It's not like you to give up so easily. Hope is still alive. So that you remember. I wasn't alone. I had a partner. Headed to the past together. We had trouble, became separated. Partners should still be back in the world of the past. Our partner will see our mission through to the end. Who is this partner? So funny. What's the name of your partner? Go on, say the name. No, that's not true. My partner's name is Zach. This is Zach right here. We hadn't mentioned our names to him up until this point. And now the clincher. It can't be, it isn't. The Zach I know isn't a Pokemon. The Zach I know is a human. And then that theme just, like, it's so all over at this point. We've got all the good guys in one place, cornered and surrendered. It's completely over. That is unmistakably your friend Zach. Just to get rid of Grovyle and Zach because he fled to the past. That's the me thing. Suspected nothing at that point. Just happened to see it in a dream. Skeptical at first when we mentioned the dream. And then it's the beach scene. A memory of being a human before that. So a former human with no memories that possessed the dimensional screen. And then just to seal the deal, we told him the name. And there's the smile. Can't really see a smile as such in the artwork, but... And there's the lie. The name means nothing to me, unfortunately. It does not just hide the faintest of smiles. Yes, he did. There was no doubt. That was the human. It's me. Which must be because of the accident during your time travel. Another line of dialogue that's important that isn't explained here. The accident. Really was lying. Yeah, there's no doubt about it now. Celebi and Grovyle are the good guys. The character, the main player, is Grovyle's former partner, and Dusknoir is absolutely evil. There's the origin story. With the both of you here, everything will end when we finally dispose of you. Everything ends. It's all over. Can't give up. Sam's not giving up. I mean, at this point, I think Sam finally understands what's going on, like every detail of it. We possibly do in this bleak situation. Your time travel ability transports the short distance, it's the passage of time. It won't be easy with Dialga. Even a little will do, please. Time to travel. Fucking love that scene. We didn't make it. There they are. Get in the portal. Get in. No time to talk. Get in, man. We're in. We're away. Celebi's gone. The passage is shut. We did it. And that's the last we see of those guys for a long time. Yeah, that Dialga scene was fucking sick. We're away. We've escaped. Are we still all alive? Chapter 16, A New Dawn. Chapter 16 out of 20. On the beach. This is where I met you. We're in the past. We're back in our world. So I don't know what the significance of this beach is, but both times when we've travelled back from the future, we've ended up here. We made it home. I don't think Grovar's got any, like, happy artworks. It was around here. That's where you found me. A trip through time sent Grovar into the Eastern Forest. Which, again, isn't a place. It's not a dungeon you can ever go to. Far away from each other. This isn't really the place. Let's go to Wigglytuff's Guild. It's the perfect place. I don't think it is. Grovar's still a wanted outlaw in this world. Cutting through Treasure Town. Stealth. Let's do it. Can't remember what this is. Is this the 4th special episode? It is. I've got 2 special episodes to do now. I've got Sunfloras and Team Charms. So I think we will do those after this episode. We'll continue on for now. We are at Sharpedo Bluff. This is the first time. I can't remember if we can revisit this place in here between now and the end of the game, as in after the main story, but this is the first time we get the iconic location where Sam used to live before joining the guild. The Sharpedo Bluff hideout. Beautiful location. No one's wrecked this place. So this is our temporary home, by the looks of it. It's our reconciliation. We were jointly investigating the planet's paralysis. Pokemon and a human. We relied on the dimensional screen. Requires the presence of a trusted Pokemon partner. Here we go. It's set off by triggers tied to places where the time gears are hidden. That'll show you how much you trusted each other from the start. You get that weird artwork. I don't know what that artwork is, to be honest. It's a bit embarrassing. Off in relation only to time gears. The dimensional screen is not triggered in places that aren't connected to time gears. So it went off near Drowsy and in Waterfall Cave. That never happened in the future. So this is never really explained, I don't think, why the dimensional screen is different in the past and the future. Perhaps things are just different, and that's the only real explanation, I think. And that explains why it didn't go off when we were in such just after Chasm Cave, I think. And it didn't work there. We touched it then and got absolutely nothing. So that explains that one. But yeah, no real explanation as to why it's different in the past and future. We identified where the locations of the time gears were in the future, and then came to the past to get them. So it's finally revealed at this point. Back in Fogbound Lake, we got this. I think this is the one from Fogbound Lake. We got this text. This is Grovol speaking to us as a human in the future. So that's Grovol. And then we took the passage of time. And there's a flashback to the storm scene. So this is Grovol speaking. It's finally revealed. Grovol speaking to us as a human. I won't spoil too much yet, but that was the accident, or turbulence as Grovol calls it. The only thing I'll say is that wasn't an accident. For some reason, Zach got amnesia and was turned into a Pokemon. There's the origin. You get a lot more of an origin story in this game than you do in the first one. You were my closest friend. It's still you. Very sweet. I mean, Grovol doesn't really show much emotion in his artworks, but very sweet. Have to decide on our course of action. Gonna collect the time gears again. So at this point, I think Sam's finally come around to trusting Grovol completely. I don't think there's any doubt in his mind now. Go with you. Rest up, leave in the morning. That's a plan. So many opportunities to save. Get another very interesting scene now. It's the sunrise talk between Sam and Grovol. sunrise. There it is. We get this beautiful theme. I think the first time... I mean, there might only be 3 times this theme's ever played in the game. At the very beginning with the beach, with the crabby blown bubbles. Here. And then at the very end of the main story. Seeing the sun for the first time. So Grovar was clearly born in the future of darkness. He'd never seen light before. So that kind of implies there was quite a big time gap between the future and the past. At that time in the future when we're completely cornered. Yeah, there was no way out of this at all. But Sam didn't give up. How did you manage to stay so strong? The main character. And this is the first we see of the relic fragment in ages. Really, like, since long before the future? It might even be before the expedition. It's the relic fragment. They solved the mystery. And once again, the partner Pokemon refers to just how much courage the main player gives him. Groudon as well. I bought 4K. I think it's scenes like this that make the ending of this so much more emotional. Because obviously you type in your name at the start, it feels like they're talking to you here. I suppose that's the same with any JRPG, really. It kind of becomes very personal. Or immersive. Yeah, there you go. And it feels special, even though it's just clearly dependent on what name you type in at the start. But it's a good feeling. That's a line that's flashed back to at the end as well. This morning, should be leaving soon. We'll decide which time gear we should get first. Guess the underground leg would be the closest. That is pretty close, actually. About Tree Shroud Forest. Miles away, what are you on about, man? Ah, no guard. There we go. No guard for that one, so that's the one we should get first. I still don't really know where the 4th time gear is. First one at Tree Shroud Forest, the other 3 at the lakes. Here we are. So at this point, to a certain extent, we're still kind of not home, because we've not had the opportunity to go to Treasure Town, buy any supplies or anything. The atmosphere somehow feels different than last time. Must be imagining it. There's no coincidences in this game. You're going when you're ready. And at this point, I think we shall leave it here. So, a very dialogue and story heavy episode, but that's what this game is towards the end. And next time, we shall go through Tree Shroud Forest, and I'll see you all then. Peace!